All right, so I just did I just went through this. I'm trying to learn this Ecstasy. It's a little tricky, hard for me to see, so I wrote down the knobs and all the switches. Yeah. Switches get stitches around here. Anyway, I can't believe I said that. That's crazy. But, yeah, so here I've run. This is from yesterday. Here are the guitars left and right, going through a sub, and I just put a little like VAT EQ on there. So here's rectifier, Ecstasy left and right. With the Ecstasy down a fair low, I liked it better there. So here it is. Now it's like making more sense to me, and the thing with the Ecstasy, if I bring the Ecstasies up, there's something in the mid range very like this. And some people may love that. I hear it more like it feels very. I don't know. Maybe it's cool. What do I know? I'm just some dude. Bring them down. Maybe that's a little too low. Here we go. A little up. Okay, so yeah, there you go. So what I did was I went through some of the setting and I messed with the amp a little bit. Just try to see what. Oh shit! I can't forget to put that little doohickey. Look, I'm telling you, I bought 2 of them. I think they're cool. I don't know that I look very cool using them, but I think they're cool. So, yeah. So here's basically the sound of yesterday. All the same thing with King of Tone. And that's with the custom Buckers, which that sounds a little strange. And now, one thing I did notice, and I thought when I looked back, I thought back in the transom of my mind, when I saw, and I have the photo somewhere, but the screenshot that he put up of Dan Huff's Ecstasy, I think he runs the structure on low, not high. So here is me switching the structure to low, and then I think kind of cranking the gain. So again, here's the initial sound with the structure high and the King of Tone. Now it's same King of Tone low and with the gain up. It takes out some of the so here's with the structure high. I don't know, it sounds good either way. Here's structure low. It's a little pasty. I don't know. Now I'm liking the structure high. Structure high. Okay, yeah. The whole rest of this video is a waste. No, I'm just kidding. What's the next thing? So after I did low structure, I wrote less top on the knob. So I took and I turned. Oh no, I'm sorry. Here is the pre-EQ was off on channel 2. We're on the blue channel 2, I think blue. What I did on this here, I brought it up to B1, bright 1. I tried them all. I liked bright 1, but I backed off just a little bit of treble and a little bit of presence. Here's now low structure, bright 1. I like that. That's going back to the original structure high. Yeah, that's very and then boom, structure low, B1. I like like that. And then this is with the mids down just a hair. Probably could have done without. But anyway, this is mids down. This is now. So this is King of Tone. Blues Driver. Jeff Beck Archer. Maxon 808. And this is with no overdrive, structure low B1. So that's really the difference. So if you think about here's the original sound. Then same King of Tone, but this is structure low, gain turned up, bright one a little with bright one with a little treble and a little presence down and mids down a little bit. So yesterday, today. Yeah, more my thing personally, probably. Yeah, so anyway, like I said, I went through this whole process and I did an entire video and it was almost 40 minutes long and I just can't do this anymore. I gotta spare you guys. The other thing I did too on the Ecstasy was, I'll just show you. Here is the IRs for the rectifier. It's the Own Hammer for Recto Cab and the LTTV Mix 7, which I really liked. I mean, I thought it was really good. It kind of gives you that little thing, that blend. And then the rectifier or the Ecstasy, yeah, it's the same thing. There's a little movement here, but it doesn't make a difference. So this is what I'm using on all of them, is the Own Hammer 412 Rect. It's their number one mix of whatever, probably 57, 121, but they do the mix. And then this is the Leon Todd LTTV Mix 7. And that's, it's on on all the tracks. It's all the same. So, again, going back to yesterday's Chunk Chunk. It really sounds nice. It's going to be on little EQ. So anyway, that's where I'm at. I got to get my kids places today. Kids going places today. Also, I want to just say this is very personal, and obviously this is just kind of between us, as I put it out on the interwebs. I was struggling a little bit with church and feeling weird about the whole thing, and the band has changed, and now there's no drums and no bass, and it's more of an acoustic. So I said, today I'm going to go to this church I used to go to that's downtown now, and just try it. So I went down there, and it was very weird. It was like really hard to get to, and like potholes everywhere, pay parking, and then like they have their own lots, so I was able to park, but it was really weird. And then I get in there, and it was kind of a bigger church, and it's in like a venue, so it's like a concert venue, and there's a church in there, just probably on Sundays or whatever, I don't know. And it was cool, but it did, I don't know, man, it was weird. It was way bigger, way more, kind of felt like not corporate, but I don't know, it just had like that thing. And then I'm just gonna say this, and the band starts playing, and the drummer is in a complete fish tank, like he's completely surrounded with plexiglass, not like a shield in front of him, like he's inside of a plexiglass, so that there's probably little to no sound. And his drums were like bone dry. Like it literally sounded like what it sounds like in here when I track guitars, because I like drums like dry when I'm playing. That's what it sounded like. The bass was like so loud. Everything felt bassy and boomy, and the drums were so loud and they were so dry. It was really weird, and it just from like, not even from like an engineer or producer or music guy. It was just, it felt strange to me, just in general. And like during this, I don't know, it just felt weird, man. It was like, I don't know. I felt strange. So I got up and I walked around and I did a little people watching, and they were doing a dedication to the babies. And it was nice. I mean, it was all nice, but it was very weird. And then I shot back to my church, and they were doing like practice, like band practice. So I got in there and I sat down, and they sounded so good. And it was like, I don't know, man. I was like, they were sounded so beautiful. They had like this great female vocalist, and we got the cello and the guitar, and my buddy was playing guitar today. I played the last 2 weeks, and he's just got this. It's just beautiful, man. And it was like I kept thinking of the phrase, "Lay down your arms," just lay down your arms, just like let go, man. Like stop, because my bullheadedness, and with like built in with a little bit of arrogance, and like I can get stuck in my thinking or whatever. This was a situation where it was happening and I knew it, but listening to them, it was so beautiful, man. I was like, and the pastor came up and we're talking about his new kid and showing me pictures, and everybody's coming up, and the drummer was he's not drumming, he's like the cleaning guy, and he can't, and I was like, yeah, we're home. I mean, this is where my kids are growing up, in this church too. And my kids were like not totally stoked on the whole, thought of it. So it was powerful though. There's nothing sometimes more beautiful than being humbled and just listening to them sing, and just the beautiful the lyrics and just the whole vibe. It was so real, and it's such a beautiful sounding. It's like 100-year-old cathedral. Like it sounds gorgeous in there. Like this other place was like, it was like a concert venue. It was boomy, and I don't know, it was like a big box and huge high ceilings. It just sounded like weird to me. So onward and upward.